What's up everyone, this is FP6 bringing you some more Fusion Cup practice battles. Quick announcement before we get into this. I am currently setting up a Patreon account for those that have been interested in getting on my friends list or getting some coaching and advice. I figure I'm gonna be setting this up and kind of seeing how this works. So if you've ever wanted a spot on my friends list, I know a lot of people have been asking, or if you've ever wanted some coaching on your battles or anything, some people have been asking for that as well. This will be the way to do that. So I will make a big video announcement about that relatively soon here once I get this whole Patreon thing figured out, but stay tuned for that. In this video, I got a request to do a video on Piloswine, and going into this, I knew that I was not gonna do very well with Piloswine. The main reason being, it's just got way too many weaknesses within this cup. You're gonna be weak to fire because of your ice typing. You're gonna be weak to fighting. You're gonna be weak to steel. It's just not looking super good for Piloswine. On top of that, you do get Avalanche and Stone Edge, which provides you with decent coverage. But unlike Frostlass, where you have that Shadow Ball coverage, you're gonna be completely walled against Poliwrath, for example, is gonna totally destroy you. But I gave Piloswine definitely its fair share of battles within this video, so you can kind of see how some of these matchups work out. This first set of battles is against my friend Oster here, and we got our teams up on the screen there. If you look at his line of 6, geez, Piloswine really does not have a whole lot of positive matchups here. So obviously gonna beat Noctowl, but against Shiftry, I'm gonna be weak to Grass. Again, Ice is one of the worst defensive typings within this game. You only resist Ice as an Ice type, and Piloswine's ground typing just gives it so many more weaknesses. It doesn't really help it out a whole bunch. Piloswine is gonna do decent against Wigglytuff. I'm okay with that matchup. And decent against Whiscash as well. I believe I can just go straight Avalanche in that matchup and I'll have a decent outcome. You can see I get the Avalanche on the Noctowl there and it definitely takes it out. Noctowl is super bulky, but Avalanche is a ridiculously strong move, so it's able to take it out. By some miracle, I end up taking that first match, but yeah, Piloswine does not have the best matchups against his team there. So when I am running it, I need to make sure that I provide some coverage against the Whiscash. So I end up with my Poliwrath on his Whiscash, and I'm totally okay with this scenario here. He brings in his Bronzong. I'm a little bit slow to switch in my Alolan Marowak, but this is going to be a great answer to the Bronzong. I let this Bulldoze go through. Oh man, horrible counting on my part there. And now these confusions are really adding up. I'm hoping to get a shield here and then maybe be able to get to another Bone Club. I do get the shield, but I'm not able to get to another Bone Club because the confusion damage is way too strong. So definite misplay on my part there. Thought he was gonna throw the Psyshock and it ended up being the Bulldoze. Even though Bulldoze is not the best move, it hit my Alolan Marowak for super effective and did a lot of damage as we saw there. So I'm forced to bring in my Poliwrath here and go for this dynamic punch because at least it's going to be hitting for neutral and I am able to take out that Bronzong. Thank goodness. I was anticipating that he wouldn't want to commit both shields there. Now Piloswine is going to be an amazing counter to Noctowl and do decent against Whiscash. So this is an okay scenario for me, for sure. Avalanche, you can see, does 45% damage there, so very nice. But I'm gonna end up in with my Poliwrath matched up against his Noctowl, which is not gonna be super great. Those ice punches are gonna be hitting it for super effective, which is gonna be nice, but unlike Altaria, Noctowl is only single weak, only has a weakness to ice type attacks there, unlike Altaria that has a double weakness. So that ice punch from Poliwrath is not as threatening. I did commit both my shields here, and I'm hoping that I can either get to another Avalanche to burn his last shield. I switch into my Poliwrath to tank this Sky attack because I knew he was very close to one. The Poliwrath is going to get taken out from this, and then since he is up a shield, there's really no way that I'm going to be able to come out of this scenario. Again, because I do not resist those flying type attacks. And Piloswine definitely isn't the bulkiest Pokemon. It's not crazy fragile like Frostlass is, but you can see his Sky Attack's going to be able to take me out there. It was fairly close. I was getting close to that secondary Avalanche, but I knew that that was going to be a loss there. You're definitely going to see some mistakes within this video, and it was really difficult for me to pull out wins using this team. Maybe if I were to run Piloswine, I would need some more checks to the grass types and the fire types especially, but I don't know, it's very interesting. He switches his Wigglytuff in on my Piloswine, and so I switched in my Whiscash here. I'm just going to go straight Mud Bomb. Not super certain how this matchup is going to play out. I normally go up against Alolan Ninetales as the charm user with my Whiscash. So Wigglytuff, the thing with Wigglytuff, that normal typing is actually going to help you out a fair amount within this cup, especially if people are running Alolan Marowak. You're going to be immune to those ghost type moves. And that's another big reason why people are considering Noctowl as well. Noctowl is like a solid wall to Alolan Marowak because you have no threat of any of its charge moves now. You're going to resist the Bone Club. You're going to really resist that Shadow Ball for sure. So very interesting there. He brings back in his Whiscash. I'm just going straight Avalanche here. Do not go for Stone Edge. That would be resisted for sure. Get my Noctowl on this Whiscash, really hoping that this is only a Mud Bomb. And I correctly caught the Mud Bomb, which was really great for me. So he is forced to mirror with his own Noctowl, and I still have my Piloswine in the back. We're getting a little bit of lag here. Typical. Since I'm up a shield, I do commit a shield right there. I'm gonna throw my Sky Attack here. Gonna just chip away at this Noctowl. Again, I know my Piloswine is in the back. I believe it still has a little bit of energy on it. Goes for that Sky Attack. I'm gonna overfarm just a little bit. Go for this Sky Attack right before he's about to get to a Sky Attack there. Draws his last shield, which is great. Now at this point, I do commit my last shield because that Sky Attack would take me out. But we ended up CMP tying on this, so I'm able to get this Avalanche off. Then that Whiscash is going to be coming back in. I'm hoping I have enough energy to get this Avalanche, and I am, which is really good for me. This Whiscash is going to have to take out this Piloswine because I still have Noctowl. Gonna have to, yeah, great counting on that part, Oster. Gonna throw the Mud Bomb here, it's gonna take it out, but now does he have enough energy to get to a Blizzard? It is a race to this charge move. Oh my goodness, is this a Blizzard? It is only a Mud Bomb, so I'm able to barely scrape by there. Noctowl is so bulky and I resisted that Mud Bomb. And so I'm barely able to take out this Whiscash. Very good match there. But again, it's really challenging for me to get wins with this Piloswine, man. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I wanted to give it a run for its money and see if it's got any play, at least on my team. Very difficult for me to get wins with it for sure. This is an interesting matchup here. So these battles are against good little Squid. I'm taking super effective damage from this Fire Spin, and we lag a little bit there, so he's very courteous and lets me get my fast moves in there, which is great. Going straight for the Stone Edge, because I know it's at least going to draw a shield, and if it didn't draw a shield, that would do a lot of damage. Now, I have a shield advantage, which is exactly what I want here. A Leaf Blade would one-shot me, so I have to shield that up. And because I had just barely an energy advantage there, I'm actually going to go for a Mud Bomb bait here and see how this plays out because of my shield advantage. I get the bait, which is amazing for me, and now I know I can commit this last shield and outpace this Shift Tree to get to this Blizzard, which is really great. This is definitely going to one-shot the Shift Tree. And I've regained switch advantage, so let's see what he ends up bringing in now. He brings back in the Alolan Marowak. This is most likely going to be a Shadow Ball. Yep. He farmed up a lot of energy, so great play there. But this Mud Bomb is going to hit it for super effective. Let's see if his Bone Club is enough to take me out. It is not enough to take me out, and I'm barely able to get to this Mud Bomb here. I had just minimal health remaining. It was very close. I bring in my Poliwrath. This is also not a good answer to Alolan Marowak, but I did not bring anything in this line that really was gonna give Alolan Marowak a hard time other than my Whiscash. He's got Probopass in the back. This is the dream scenario. Gonna be double super effective, this Dynamic Punch is. Boom, still does not take it out. Very impressive that Probopass can survive a Dynamic Punch even though it's double weak to it. That's just how bulky Probopass is. So good games there. I'm always amazed when I can pull off a win when I'm using Piloswine. So I got very lucky in some of these matches. I'm bringing in my Alolan Ninetales in this line, which is also weak to fire. So, oh my goodness, if he brings in his Alolan Marowak, this is going to be bad news. And I believe in this matchup, you'll see I forgot to TM my Alolan Ninetales to Charm, and so it was still running Powder Snow in this video, and I did not realize that before the match started, so I was kind of freaking out. I'm like, oh, I cannot believe I forgot to TM this, but I believe you'll see that in this match. I get a shield with the Stone Edge, which is great, but he does not allow me to switch out this time like I did last time. It's only a Bone Club, so really good for me. Now, he's forced to mirror with his Whiscash, which makes me believe that he did not bring his Shiftry in. Whenever you switch in a Whiscash, man, you can get punished really hard by grass types. But Shiftry is definitely popping up as one of the most popular grass types here. So you're not having to worry as much about Razor Leafers, but I still feel like Venusaur is a very solid pick for this cup because you're going to beat all of the other grass types because of its access to Sludge Bomb. I was able to land the Blizzard on this Whiscash, which really helps me out in this mirror match. I shield up his Mud Bomb. I do want to maintain the switch advantage. This is going to be another Mud Bomb here. I'm going to let it go through. Again, I believe in the Whiscash mirror match. If you are able to land the Blizzard, yeah, you can confidently get the victory on that. Granted that you don't also take a Blizzard. I'm able to Mud Shot down that Whiscash. I am down a shield, but I have energy stored on this, which is exactly where I want to be. He's got Togekiss, and this Togekiss is going to catch a Blizzard. Oh my goodness. Or catch a Mud Bomb. But by some miracle, I get a shield, which is really great for me. And at this point in time, oh man, this is so hilarious. This is going by too fast to commentate on what's going on. But I thought I had Charm, and so I'm looking at the freaking Togekiss, and I'm like, I am doing no damage to this Togekiss. I thought that Alolan Ninetales would have a better matchup here, but it turned out that I was running Powder Snow, so I got fooled there. This makes my matchup even worse against the Togekiss in the back. This Alolan Marowak is here. I'm able to get to this Mud Bomb, which is great. This is going to be able to take out the Alolan Marowak. He still has that Togekiss, and it's farmed up a lot of energy. It's going to farm me down even more. I need to get to this Avalanche, but Charms are doing so much damage. And if this is a Flamethrower, I'm done. I am done. It's a Flamethrower. Very good play there. Good little Squid. Man. On his team, let's see if Piloswine... Piloswine's going to do really well against Noctowl and Togekiss there, the Flyers. That's really kind of what Piloswine's main role in this Fusion Cup is, as an anti-flyer, but I don't like that you don't get any resistances to the flying types. I get a great lead here, my Noctowl on his Shiftry. I'm expecting the Foul Play to come through. It is going to do a decent amount of damage. But I just let this first move go through. I have a lot of energy stored up now. I'm going to go for a Sky Attack to hopefully chip down this Whiscash or draw a shield. It goes through, and now I can safely bring in my Piloswine here. Another thing with Piloswine that's very interesting is that you're not able to resist ice anymore because of your ground typing. So again, this ground typing, all it is doing is making you weaker to things. Because so far from what I've seen, electric types are not really like popping up in this meta a whole bunch, so that ground typing is pretty useless. But my Piloswine is able to take out that Whiscash, which is nice. This is a very bad scenario. One Leaf Blade is going to take me out. So I'm just going to let it go. I did not want to be down 2 shields. And I know that my Noctowl is going to be a great answer to this Shiftry. I need to get this Shiftry out of here because you can see I have Whiscash in the back and it's going to get wrecked by Shiftry. Hoping to draw a shield here. Most likely going to get a shield. Yep. And he is still staying in with his Shiftry, so this is very interesting. I am going to commit my last shield here, and I correctly catch the foul play. I cannot get that Shiftry lined up on my Whiscash. It's going to be bad. In comes the Togekiss. Getting a little bit of lag here again. The Wi-Fi here at my parents' house, I'm visiting for the holidays again. We've been having some issues with it, so for these battles it's always pretty hilarious. I am able to resist that Ancient Power. I'm going to try to go for the Mud Bomb bait here and then hopefully land a Blizzard. But man, he plays this so well. He does not fall for the bait. I try to bait him again, and he does not fall for it again. Wow. Really put me in a tough scenario there. There's no way that I can win this matchup now. I think Togekiss is a very interesting pick as a Charmer for this cup. The Flying type is going to give you some bonus resistances to the grass types, which is really great, but it is now making you weak to the ice types, and I feel like ice types are definitely going to be present, and if not ice types, at least ice moves, like on Poliwrath with that Ice Punch. So you are going to be weak to that. I'm assuming you can still win that matchup though as Togekiss because the charm damage is just absolutely insane. Great matches there, good little Squid. These last battles are against my friend Fishy Mon. Take a look at his team. Piloswine's going to do good against his Altaria, and I feel comfortable leaving it in the Wigglytuff matchup as well. But geez, all these other matchups really are not that great. Again, I'm going to be taking neutral damage from the ice type attacks that the Alolan Sandslash is going to be throwing at me. And right there he revealed that he has Gyro Ball, and I was able to catch it with my Whiscash there, which was really great. Now before I started this battle, I did not realize that ground does not resist steel. So I believe at one point in this set, you'll see my Piloswine get hit by a Gyro Ball, and I'm like, yeah, I can take this. It's going to be neutral. And it like deletes my Piloswine. So I'm pretty sure that's in one of these matchups here, but always learning new things. That's how you improve with this game. And sometimes being hit by a move that one-shots you, that'll learn you real fast, for sure. So shielded that charge move that the Wigglytuff had. Wigglytuff as a charm user, it takes a while to get to your fast moves. You got to be careful about that. Ice Beam and Play Rough are what most people are running here. Both of those moves, because charm does not generate energy very fast. It takes a while to get there. I got my Piloswine onto his Altaria there, which was great. I'm hoping Avalanche is going to be enough to take out this Alolan Sandslash. Even though it's double resisted, I get a shield, which is even better for me. Is this the Gyro Ball right here? Oh my goodness, it's only an Ice Punch. I'm pretty sure, okay, I'm over farming here. That's pretty risky on my part. But now I'm hoping that this Avalanche is going to be enough. It is enough, even though it's double resisted there. And I'm able to get an Avalanche onto this Altaria, which is amazing. Again, it's going to be double super effective. So I'm able to take that match there. Very good game. Able to pull off a win with Piloswine there. Man, it is not easy though. I tell you what, I was really having to work on these battles to try to get a video put together that showcases Piloswine winning some matches. But let me know if Piloswine has been working out for you. I know I'm kind of hating on him a little bit in this video. But that's just because it's just so weak to so many things in this meta. So it hasn't really been working out for me, but maybe it'll work out for you. Just got to be careful with all those weaknesses that it has for sure. I get a Sky Attack on the Wigglytuff, which is amazing. Here's a scenario where Noctowl is definitely superior than Altaria because those charms are only neutral and not super effective. Noctowl is a beast. If you guys remember from Jungle Cup, he's definitely one of the top contenders because of its moveset of Sky Attack and Wing Attack. It's so great and it's very bulky. I land a Sky Attack on that Alolan Marowak. Noctowl is going to be a great answer to Alolan Marowak again because I resist the Bone Club. Look how much damage that Bone Club did to me, like a very tiny sliver. Pretty sure a Fire Spin fast move did more damage than that Bone Club. He's able to take me out. That's okay. We're still even in shields here. My Piloswine is going to be weak to that Marowak, but I'm hoping that I can Powder Snow it down before it gets off another charge move. I am able to do that, which is really good. I've built up some energy here. In comes that Alolan Sandslash. This might be the match where I just eat it, and it's feels bad. Alolan Sandslash is going to be double weak to fire, so I'm able to bring my Alolan Marowak to get some fire spins in there, forces him to switch out. I'm going to resist everything that Wigglytuff throws at me, so I felt comfortable not shielding there. Both of us have not used shields, so this is a pretty crazy match here. I'm also not going to shield because I just wanted to end this game with 2 shields just to kind of be a little bit saucy there, but yeah. The double weakness that Alolan Sandslash has to fire, pretty brutal. Definitely pretty brutal there. And Fire Spin on Alolan Marowak, I feel, is definitely the way to go in this cup. This is not the best scenario for me, but I'm at least going to try to get a shield on my way out here. Shiftry definitely would get one-shotted by Avalanche, but Leaf Blade would do so much damage to me. Oh, he makes an amazing switch and catches the Avalanche with his Alolan Sandslash. Very, very great play there. So I'm going to farm up a little bit of extra energy here. But I overstayed my welcome. I was hoping this was an Ice Punch. Boom! Gyro Ball comes through and like totally one-shots me. Very bad. So that's one really quick way to learn that ground does not resist steel, because that hurt very bad. Poliwrath is going to be an amazing response to this Alolan Sandslash now that I know that it is running Ice Punch and Gyro Ball, because I'm going to resist everything that it's throwing at me. So I'm farming a lot of energy here. Then I'm going to go for my Dynamic Punch. This is going to be double super effective and easily one-shot the Alolan Sandslash. I am down a shield, so not super great. In comes the Shiftry. Because of this energy advantage, I'm going for Ice Punch first, hopefully going to equalize the shields. He does shield, and then I want to get my Noctowl on this Shiftry instead of my Poliwrath. So I eat a Leaf Blade there, which is really great. I'm so glad that my Noctowl caught the Leaf Blade, not the foul play. The Ice Punches that Poliwrath is going to throw at me are, it's going to be super effective, but not double super effective like if I were running Altaria. So this is an alright scenario for me. And Noctowl is actually able to win out this matchup because those Sky Attacks are hitting for super effective. I was almost able to fast move it down there, but not able to do it. I commit my last shield here to farm it down. And what was in the back again? It is that Shiftry. I'm able to get this Sky Attack off before the Shiftry feints me, which is crucial. It's going to draw that last shield. I bring in my Poliwrath, but we pretty much CMP tie here. This is going to be a Leaf Blade. Is it enough to take me out? I believe it is. Yep, if I were able to land that Ice Punch, it would have helped me out for sure. If this is a foul play, this is definitely going to take me out. It is, so great plays on Fishy Mon's part. Let me know if Piloswine works for you. It was not working for me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.